2, 1. And welcome to the Crawford Podcasting Network here at Grand Traverse Pie Company on the corner of Hagedorn and Grand River, a stone's throw from the Michigan State University campus. I'm Tom Crawford. This is former Spartan Keyton. The name of the podcast, Coach Keyton and Crawford, all about the kids. And before I get started, I'm in a full confession. I walked in here at Grand Traverse Pie Company and Carrie says, did you pull that thing out of the hamper? Yeah, I did.
Those days.
No, Coach Keyton, his sweatshirt as a former Michigan Stater during this game week for the Battle of Paul Bunyan. So that's why this is the topic of the day. So if you're not into Michigan State, you might as well kill
Don't
turn
turn it off.
Yeah. What does this stand for then?
The SD4L Spartan Dog for Life.
Spartan Dog for Life. Very clever.
It's not something you can just turn off.
Spartan Dog, yeah. So the Michigan State football alumni always refer to themselves as Spartan Dogs.
Yes,
okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Athletes,
yeah.
Athletes.
Okay. We're going to take a different twist to this. We're not going to break down, do you think Michigan State's got a chance and do all that? We're not going to do the fan stuff, your school.
Everybody got a chance. That's why they play the game.
Yeah, better than my school. I want to get Kerry's perspective as a former player of what this rivalry is all about, because he's been he's been over there on Shaw Lane behind that fence with the wraps where you can't see what's going on in there, next to the Duffy Doherty building. So, Michigan State week. Take us through that. So we're talking. You came incoming freshman. What? 1986.
86.
Okay. What was your record against?
2-2.
2-2. Okay. Not bad.
2-2. 2 Big Ten titles.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't be mad.
What's a Michigan State week like from a Michigan State player's perspective?
The Michigan State week is a week unlike any other week. The intensity of the coaches,
Okay.
the intensity that gets spilled down to the players.
Do you get visits from former players coming to practice?
Well, back then it really wasn't kind of that big thing. I'll go to practice tomorrow morning.
You will?
Oh, absolutely.
You can fire them up?
I just go to get the vibe.
Okay.
Really, and that was so disappointing last week. It's a really good vibe, obviously they should have. I feel,
Are you going to share that vibe with me sometime tomorrow? Maybe not.
They got enough good juice going on.
All right. So you got to go there. Okay. So okay, back to what it's like. I mean, is it pick up intensity every day in practice?
Oh no. From the time that last game was over, the minute that was over.
Yeah. Do you think they put that was a tough loss?
Yeah. So what?
You give up 21 points in
doesn't matter.
A few minutes. Wow. Don't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's Michigan week.
Michigan week.
Gotcha.
Because win, lose, or draw, even if we're winning, we'll have a great season, whatever. If you lose that game, it's like Easter Sexton. Mm-hmm. You could be having a great season and you lose Sexton.
Right.
Yeah, the season was wasted.
Do you think Michigan State football players take it more seriously than Michigan football players?
I mean, I don't know because I don't know what those folks do.
Right.
But I do know. I mean, it's Michigan State. Mm-hmm. So for us, that game was because that is our in-state rival. Mm-hmm. That was the game now, I think I'm thinking about it back then. You wanted to win because obviously you're playing, that kind of stuff, and the pride that
Yeah.
But then you don't have to. And now it's like now I don't have to. I mean, I want to win more now, so I don't have to listen to anybody say anything. So you understand the importance. Like you don't have to listen to anybody say anything for 365 days.
Kirk Cousins always talked about you can walk the back. You don't have to walk the back alleys and dodge people. In other words, you can walk down the main street.
Put your chest. Which I'm gonna do anyway. Because I don't care, I'm not hiding from anybody. Right? I don't hide from nobody. James T. Keyton taught me that. You don't hide from nobody.
Oh, yeah.
But you stick your chest out a little bit more. But and it's not because you want to be braggadocious or anything. It's just you don't have to listen to the other people
Yeah.
But that environment, the practice environment, the hitting, it's
Everything's
it's
crisp. There's
different.
more attention to
Absolutely.
Everybody's more alert.
I mean, it used to be, it was the running joke, I'll say, you ain't go to class during Michigan week.
Yeah.
You get in that way in that room and you study that film and you understand what's going on and you get ready to play a football game.
Yeah. So I know personally a lot of, and they're friends of mine, former football players at Michigan State, like you and Darian Harris and my friend Bill Covey and way back in the 50s, Art Brandstatter Jr. I mean, the list goes on, okay? And then I know a ton of former Michigan players, and I always ask them about this week, like I'm asking
Sure.
You the question. And it's weird because two football players are in the Michigan State rivalry. It's different than fans to fans. I mean, fans to fans, they're at each other's throat,
Right.
they're putting,
Sure.
they're throwing haymakers. And then I know it's coach speak, player speak and everything, but there's a level of respect, player to player, that fans to fans don't get because we fans are not invested. We are not invested. We don't put the work in. We don't build, train our whole lives to play intercollegiate football at the highest level in the Big Ten. But do you feel that same way?
That's the difference. Let's be honest. If Mike Hart was on the ground, needs some I don't know if I'm gonna help him or not. But I have the utmost respect for Mike Hart as a footballer.
Because you know what he went through, and he knows what you went through.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the program, Bo Schembech was sat in my house and tried to get my brother to come to his school. So I understand. I understand Michigan football.
Right.
I have the utmost. I think Lloyd Carr is the greatest coach in Michigan history. Nobody,
you do?
Absolutely, I do. And when they ran him out of there, that's why they went into that tailspin because it was the Lloyd Carr curse.
Yeah.
Because you disrespected that man, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But I absolutely have the utmost respect for their players and what they do because we all going through. It's kind of like black fraternities.
Yeah.
I'm a Sigma man, Phi Beta Sigma, but I understand what the Qs and the Kappas and Alphas went through. So I have respect. I believe in what my fraternity stands for, but I respect it because I know what they've gone through. I know what Michigan players are going through.
Right.
I know the grind, the blood in the mud. That's why this week I give fans a pass because they have no idea.
Right.
They have no idea what the intensity level. When I played as a sophomore as a walk-on at Michigan Stadium, and I actually played because Tony got hurt.
So in the '88 game, 17-3. 17-3.
See, you just got that in your head.
Sick,
That's
man.
just weird.
Sick dude,
yeah,
man.
We
It's a
gotta
tight
talk
game.
about it. Yeah,
The fake punt.
And
Mike Gillette on the fake punt. Remember that?
And Corey Pryor ran him down,
He didn't catch him.
but he was close.
Closest only counts in
Horseshoes
and a hand grenade.
Yes, and slow dancing. But Corey Pryor started over here and ran all the way over there. That's my boy, love Corey Pryor. But
Is he a Jackson guy?
absolutely, Jay Hyde can't hide that Viking pride.
How do I know this stuff? Go ahead.
But that 92 was his name, White, defensive end White.
Brent White.
He got handled. Trust me.
So Brent White and I, we correspond on Facebook. So I'm going to go reach out to him and ask him if
he got handled.
Okay.
He got the paws put on him. Yes, sir.
I'm sending this
He got the
video.
paws put on
I'm
him.
going to message this to Brent White. Number 88, man.
No, 92 was his number. The kid I played against was 92.
Okay.
So anyway, you have to do that.
Sure. You said
research.
White.
But
okay.
that,
Brent White was on that team.
Pretty sure the number was 92.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway,
Let's go.
But that.
It's all blurry right now.
Yeah, that that walk, you get that first time you walk in there to Michigan
Were you
Stadium.
excited?
Absolutely.
You weren't intimidated.
Oh no. Nah, hell no. I'd already
Perlis
been
was your
through.
coach.
I had already, listen, you know who I was raised by, so there's no intimidation. I already pledged my fraternity.
Right.
I already know how to humble myself.
Yeah.
And I already been practicing against some of the best. We won the Big Ten. I've been practicing against some of the best people in the country. We had the #1 defense my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
So, the John Buddies and the Chris Willards of the world, the Tim
Oh,
Moores.
so you had to go and practice. Tim Moore
Tim Moore is a monster.
That
Trust
dude,
me. Trust
that dude was. We had him on a
Trust
radio
me.
show, man. He's scary over the radio.
Tim Moore's a bad boy. He was a bad boy. Hardest, toughest linebacker to block.
Out of St. John, former St. John's
Absolutely.
Red Wing, Tim
Moore
Moore.
was incredible. But
okay.
the environment was just people don't, you have no idea.
So back in early 2000s, we're doing, Jack and I are down there. Well, we did the press conference both up here, and it was right before Bobby Williams got fired. And Bobby Williams basically admitted to media, this is a bad rivalry. It's a bad rivalry, Michigan State. And that resonated with me. It is, because to me, this week is not as much fun. I used to have a lot of fun. I mean, I was featured with my friend Ted Fox, our bitter rival side. We were featured on a college game day over Michigan State. My daughters have been in the intro, twin daughters dressed Michigan State, prior to the '94 Michigan State game. I have a lot of experience in just bantering rivalry and then being on that involved in the radio show with Jack. But to me, it's not as much fun. I hate this week. I don't like this week because it gets too personal. And what happened in that situation last year, and I cringe what it's going to be like out here Saturday, with the fans and everything. I'm just being candid from a fan's perspective, an alumni's perspective. I don't go to the game out here.
No,
I sit in the box at a Michigan State game in Ann Arbor. I haven't been out here to a Michigan State game since 2009 because I walked out of that stadium and go, I'm not doing this again.
I understand that because I don't go because somebody's going to say something stupid.
Yeah, and you're going to do something stupid.
And I'll probably end up doing something stupid instead of just walking away.
Yeah,
I don't even put myself in that environment.
Yeah, you take yourself out.
It's the disrespect thing. I would love to go. I could walk out there and go to the game anytime I want to. But it's just, like again, it goes back to you. They don't understand, and they don't know. They wouldn't know that I played football or whatever. But it's just the lack of respect.
Yeah.
You can cheer for your team. I have no problem you cheering for your team.
Yeah.
Don't be ignorant about it.
Right.
Just cheer for your team.
Yeah. Well, I don't like we're in our society right now is in a put down society. I mean, I've known, I've known some Michigan State people who get more satisfied of Michigan losing than Michigan State winning.
Yeah,
there are some of those. Admit it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's all over. I mean, that's on both sides.
And that's both sides. Both sides. Yeah.
Those people, they got problems.
Michigan fans hate Michigan State, but they do it more in a subtle way. I mean, it's deep down there. Trust me.
I pay attention to Michigan State week.
Yeah, but you don't otherwise.
I'm gonna watch them play, because I love college football.
You
but whether they win or lose, it's irrelevant to me. I don't care.
Is your second favorite team who's ever played Michigan?
No, my second favorite team, the Oregon Ducks. I don't.
Nothing like going in the winter.
No, I don't.
You're a Nike guy.
No, exactly.
No,
I liked them back when they was winning.
I know. I'm kidding you. But I mean, the flashy uniforms and their style of play.
I love that.
That Washington game last week was awesome.
Absolutely. The coach kind of blew that one. Just kicked the field goal.
Dan Lanning. Young guy, up and comer, but man, wow, what were you thinking, dude?
Kick the field goal before halftime and punt the football.
Yeah. So, so how do you think this is going to go? I know I said we're not going to break down the X's and O's, and against the spread, which dictates expectation. The last 15 games, Michigan State has owned this series. The last 15 games, they've won 10. Michigan has only won 5. Michigan has only covered the spread twice, twice they've covered it, not covered it 14 times, and there's been a push on one of them for you people who bet on sports. So 24.5 points.
Ooh, that's what it is?
That's what it is.
Wow.
That's insane. Out here?
I'll probably I might have to have my nephew put a couple dollars on it.
I mean, 1985, Jim Harbaugh's junior year, Michigan won 31-0. They jumped out to a 14-0 lead. They got a blocked punt, fumble and a blocked punt. It was 14-0, like before people even sat down.
Popcorn.
Yeah. Okay. And then 2 years prior, They won 42-0, Georgia's first year. But other than that, there's not been a margin of victory of more than 17 points. 45-28 in 1991. They went 45-14. State courts got a couple more touchdowns with Jim Miller. But they can't. I mean, Michigan fans, we Michigan fans fantasize of having a nice, comfy win at Spartan Stadium. It just doesn't happen, and I don't think it's going to happen on Saturday. Do you?
If the vibe that I got last week is indicative of what I'm going to assume and hope that the vibe is this week, adding, I don't think we're going to lose by 24 points. I mean, that's a lot of points.
Yeah.
Because those, they're not that bad. They're not that bad of a football team.
No, I mean, look what Iowa was. That game was tied with 4 to go. Now Iowa kind of plays that. That's their style of play.
Yeah.
And then we know what happened in Rutgers.
Sure.
So after the Washington game, that's playing Washington.
Right.
We
saw them do.
They've shored their defense up a little bit.
Yeah, and we got some guys back.
Yeah.
And I, bottom line is 1990, we went down there and we played, and it was
number one versus no one.
And we beat them kids up. And they can say what they want to say, but we beat them kids up.
But Eddie Brown did interfere on Desmond Howard.
Well, no, he just tripped over his foot, his hand.
See, here we go again. Here we go. This one, I didn't want to get into.
Both his hands touched the ball. He the Heisman Trophy winner to catch the ball, right? So that's his fault.
And then
he gets the onside kick every night.
He gets the onside kick. And Elvis is thrown in the end zone.
And the Hail Mary at the end. Still almost got it. Very much.
Were you
so.
nervous when that ball was going through the air?
I'm nervous, period. I was nervous that whole thing. Like because literally, we beat them kids up. We ran, Highland and Tico ran wild. Okay. Even Dan ran wild.
Okay, keep in mind in this game, Chris Hutchinson, the father of Aiden Hutchinson, but stellar D lineman. He got hurt in the first. That was big.
He got beat up. He whatever.
I mean, when he went out of the game, Michigan could not stop Michigan State.
Couldn't do it.
Tico Duckett, Highland Hickson.
Running wild.
I mean, the sea was parting.
Running wild. Great game. So to say that they can't, and that's at the big house. So to say it can't happen, I don't know.
Actually, they play better. I mean, State plays pretty good at the big house. Typically.
I mean, it's the environment. Listen. If you can't get up to play, period, then you don't need to be playing. You walk into 100,000 people, whether they're mad or good for you, whatever. If you can't get excited to play in that environment, you're dead.
Yeah. Okay. So what? Okay. Last question here on Coach Keyton and Crawford and the Crawford Podcasting Network. We're all about the kids. We're talking about the kids. We're talking about the players. We're getting his players respect. Okay. It's their game. Keep in mind, if you feel bad if your team loses Saturday, I think the players feel.
Exactly.
Okay.
They're the
you
ones
just walk away and go back.
Themselves all week.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, what does Michigan State have to do, Kerry Keyton, former Spartan, to defeat Michigan on Saturday night on NBC? Kickoff at 7:30.
7:30 night game. Wearing all black. It's a blackout.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Throw me the
uniforms are sexy as I don't know what, boy.
Give me the Charlie Thornhill era of the mid '60s.
With the white helmet. No, that's a green helmet with the Spartan.
No, just that Spartan.
Well,
go back to those are great uniforms.
Yeah, but that's different.
Why are you doing all these gimmicks? I know.
It's not a gimmick.
Okay.
That's what these kids want.
I know. So
give it to them.
I'm digressing here. Back to what my original question was. What does Michigan State have to do to win?
They have to. First of all, we have to take care of the football.
Okay.
Period.
So no turnovers.
None. Like
0?
We cannot.
Zippo.
No.
What do they have to? How many turnovers?
Because they're too good on offense. They run the ball too well.
How many turnovers do they have to create?
We have to get 2.
So you got to be plus 2.
But we have to, and our plus turnovers got to be on plus field. You feel
their side of the field.
Their side can't be. I mean. That's fine that we turn them over. We keep them from scoring. But if we can turn over the ball on the plus side with the good kicker we got now, then we can score some points.
We're going back to X's and O's, like I said we weren't going to do.
But
I got to ask. Okay, can Michigan State run the football on Michigan?
I don't know. I'd like to think.
You saw Minnesota did in that first half.
I'd like to think so because we got all our guys.
Watch out for 55, Mason Graham. Tough dude to run.
Yeah, that's a big boy down there. And, you know, the number itself, you know, I have love for him anyway. You know,
that's why I threw that out.
To love,
yeah, 55.
Yeah, no,
double nickel.
He's a stud now. He's a stud. I respect him. I respect the players.
No, I know it.
If we can get the first level block to get to the second level, I think we got a shot. Okay. I'm not. In my opinion, their linebackers aren't as good as they've been in the past.
Well, that's their weakness of his team. Now they've improved quite a bit.
Point. So we're on the same page.
Chris Partridge is back coaching linebackers.
We're on the same page.
Once again, it's about coaching.
So we got to. If we can get them fronts blocked,
right.
And when we have chances, like I said this months ago. Well, not months ago, but our margins are very small with this team.
You're a fragile team.
We don't have, well, not necessarily that. We don't have explosives. We don't have a lot of explosives.
You do. You're right. And that's Michigan's vulnerability, is
opportunity to make those plays, we have to make those plays.
Typically, the teams that Michigan has lost to have been, top level in the explosive play category. TCU, Ohio State, you go back on Georgia. And so Michigan State doesn't have that. And I think that's a challenge.
So it has to be created, like the 4th down and 1 explosive that we hit 2 years ago.
Right.
That was a brilliant design and play.
Is it going to take gadgetry, which Michigan State has done?
It's going to take some of that, but those only work if you're able to do the main things.
Right.
Gadget plays only work if you're able to run the ball, you're able to throw the ball a little bit. Because if not, they sit back there waiting on that stuff because
they're not going to play. Those DBs aren't going to play.
Absolutely.
Right. On the flea flickers of the world.
Yeah, that kind of, So they have to, Jay Johnson has to, he had to get in the lab and come up with some stuff.
Okay.
And give the kids opportunities to make them plays. But again, they have to make
Last question on metrics. How many yards rushing is Michigan State going to have minimally to be in this football game?
I would, it depends, but I would say it's got to be close. It's got to be close to 100. If they can get to 100, because now you're, and then manage it.
Where they can get their play action going?
But see, if you can manage it with quick throws, you can do it different ways. But we have to control the ball. We got to keep them off the field. Because if they get their running game going, it's going to be a problem because then they're going to start throwing the ball over the top and it could get bad quick. But we have to control, if we can control the football by running it, short throws, and then, maybe go kind of whatever, then got a shot. Everybody got a shot.
There you go.
It was a Tyson, you got a shot till you hit him in the mouth. So
Spartan fans.
Hey, listen.
Keyton says you got a shot.
Listen. We're gonna show up, but I got to do this. I saw your thing. Somebody said, "Now we're getting. I get all your stuff now."
Yeah.
Cassie Russell.
Now
I have to take this time. Give me a second, people. A good friend. I hope I don't start crying. But my good friend Ken Richards. I met him when I worked at Nike.
Okay.
And when you said he is his whole family, all his boys, huge Michigan fan.
Yeah.
So we used to go, but he was like you.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have the glasses on.
Cassie Russell walked on water in my
That was his guy.
Yeah.
So when you said that, but my friend, he passed away 2 years ago from cancer.
Oh.
But he coached football at Howell.
Okay.
Great. I mean, just loved him, man.
Yeah.
Loved him, man. I love him to death.
Oh, he's great.
He's an older gentleman, but when you said that, I'm like, because that was his guy. Cassie Russell was his guy, and I was like, this gets too weird. You know what I'm saying? It gets weird.
I love that emotion coming out of number 50.
Shout out to my man Ken Richards, Spider, Howell, Michigan, big time Michigan fan. Him and his boys, Corey Cole and Kevin, love them boys to death. So I give them a go blue. Because, they're my people.
Now he's got the rivalry in perspective.
They're my people right there.
Jerry Keyton, Tom Crawford here. Coach Keyton and Crawford, until next time, enjoy the game. Keep perspective. It's only a game. See ya.